Welcome back to Creator Codes. Today is a very special episode because I will be doing a reading for you and walking you through how I am doing what I am doing, because I want to share this with you. I want to give you the behind the scenes look a little bit into why I'm saying certain things, why certain things are coming through, and how to actually channel information for the collective. And we can all do this. We can all do this. And so that's why I wanted to share some really fun tidbits today. Now, we would be here for hours if I gave you every single little detail, so I'll do the best that I can with the time that we have today, but this is why I have the course Tarot Intuition Mastery, which is dun 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 dun, coming back for round 3. And it is coming in June 2025. So if you are not on my email list, make sure you are on it. You will have first dibs to sign up, and I'm giving some epic payment plans to make this accessible for everyone. It's going to be incredible. I do personal readings on these live calls, and yes, it will be live for 6 weeks. We get to hang out in the Zoom room. You meet your soul family, you hang out. And what's really cool is when you sign up for Tarot Intuition Mastery, you have lifetime access. At any time that I bring Tarot Intuition Mastery back, you will be able to join in with that next cohort. And so, yeah, just wanted to mention today that it's going to be coming soon. So keep an eye out. Make sure you're subscribed to my email list. I'll have the link below. And if you have any questions, you can also email me. My email is down below. So first thing that I always do before I start collective readings is I really make sure I'm not like starting in a scrambled state where I'm not like, okay, feeling emotional and just all over the place and then just sit down and do it. Like, it's really important to just center the energy. And again, we go into all of the little tiny details of how to really set yourself up energetically in Tarot Intuition Mastery. But some of the biggest things is connecting in with Source. Connect in with Source is definitely number one. And this could look like a big bright star above you, pulling all of that golden white light down into your body and filling every single cell. And then we do the same thing with the earth. We want to connect in with the earth because it's one thing to connect with the, spiritual realm, but we want to ground that in. We want to ground that in and make this a grounded message that is easily understandable. And this step is really important because, again, it's so crucial to connect with Source, to connect with God, right? To connect with the light. But if we're not grounding it in, it could be actually a little harder to decipher. When we connect in with the earth, it will help it become more decipherable. And in general, that helps us ground our energy. So that is really, really key when you are starting to connect in and want to channel any kind of message, any kind of energy work at all. Very, very key. Another thing that's really important is opening your heart. So with a closed heart, your intuition does not work, period. It just doesn't, because it's essential. That is like a portal. Our heart is a portal where we can actually receive a lot of information. And it might be different for everyone, but in particular, it really feels like angelic presence can be more present with you when your heart is open, and other beautiful light energies as well. But that is something in particular that I've really noticed is the angels really like to speak through the heart. But when you're connecting with intuition at all, your heart has to be open. Doesn't matter what you're connecting to, whether it's your higher self, the conscious collective, Source itself, your angels, your guides, whatever you're connecting to of the light, you want to make sure your heart is open. So that's another thing you want to do first. And again, if you're feeling scrambled, just take a moment and really breathe deeply. So I'll invite you to take some deep breaths right now as I get started with this collective reading. And I usually do this with personal readings as well, or if I'm live, I'll invite my audience to start connecting in with themselves and to open up their hearts. This is really, really helpful when you are connecting with other energies besides your own, especially. So you want your heart to be open, but then whatever you're reading for, especially if you're on a live call with a personal reading, I mean, this episode in particular is about the collective, but just as a side tidbit, if you're ever doing readings for someone else, you want to make sure that they are really connected with source. And you can do that yourself, but it's also helpful when they consciously do that as well. So, alrighty. So breathing deeply, nice and slow, feeling grounded, feeling that connection, your heart center open. And I also like to prompt my audience or the person I'm reading for to feel the gratitude for receiving exactly what they are meant to receive today. Now, this is something I can say out loud if I'm doing a personal reading or something like this, but if I'm recording a collective reading and then I'm posting it, I can infuse that energy into the reading and really set that intention for everyone to feel that gratitude for receiving exactly what it is they were meant to receive. All right. And so I have my Galactic Star Tarot deck by Alexandra Handley and Pamela Chen. This is a pretty new deck. It just came out 2025, and it really speaks to me because it's very galactic. Very much a starseed deck. So you, my friend, might be a starseed. You probably are if you're seeing this. Most of the collective that I attract are starseeds. So let's see what it is that you need to hear today. And so when I'm pulling cards, I always set an intention. The intention that I'm setting right now is to pull cards that are most relevant and most beneficial for the people that find this podcast episode. And what's really cool is time and space in the quantum field does not exist. So this could be someone watching this 3 years from when I'm recording it, and it's still relevant. That's what I love about collective readings. And I'm also, so the collective, I'm setting the intention to reach. See how the intentions are important. It's not just like everyone in the entire world, right? It's not that collective. It's the collective who is going to come across this video. The collective that is going to watch this video. Setting the intention that this is exactly what this collective needs to hear whenever they are finding it. And also, I just feel into the gratitude for the cards coming out perfectly, for the message coming out as clearly as possible. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so something that I'm noticing as I'm pulling cards right now, it's taking quite some time for cards to come out. There is one that came out, but I'm going to keep pulling. And so that to me is a sign that there's been something you've been waiting for, right? It's like literally a symbol how the cards are coming out. So to me, this is a symbol of, wow, you have been very patient for waiting something to happen. There's been something that's been in the works. It's been taking some time. Okay. So not even just the cards, but the way that the cards come out is also a part of the reading. Okay. We have three more cards that came out, and I'm going to get one more. And when I am pulling cards, I just feel into, like, it feels incomplete with 4. And so that's why I'm being called to get one more right now. And this is why developing your intuition, you can really tap in easily and feel into like what is best when doing these readings. And that's also what we go over in Tarot Intuition Mastery, is literally how to develop your intuition. Because it is a practice. It is a practice. And most people just don't practice. Okay. One more card came out. Beautiful. So let's see. We have the World coming out first. And I'll show you if you're watching this on the video. You can see the number 42 is on there. The World. The World is the last card of the Major Arcana. We have the Death card. All right. I'm feeling into the theme. Woo! And I'm feeling my heart and my hands feeling very activated right now. The Death card. The Death card is also the Rebirth card. Death and Rebirth. We have the Queen of Swords. Beautiful. The Five of Swords. So this is the Sirius collective here. If you're connected in with the Sirian Council, or if you feel like you are a Sirius starseed, or maybe this is a call for you to really tap in with, yes, here we are. To tap in with Sirius. Five of Swords. So Queen of Swords, Five of Swords, and then the Page of Discs. And this is the Arcturians. The discs in this deck is Arcturians. But because there's two swords, it's very, what's coming through is like, this is really, this is a message that feels like it's kind of coming from the Sirian Council or the Sirian ancestors, and I'm saying or because you might relate to it in a different way. It's really interesting. Our consciousness and our beliefs, that will actually dictate the way we perceive and receive certain information. It's kind of like when people believe in God or Jesus. When people don't believe in Jesus, Jesus doesn't come to them necessarily in that particular way. So anyways, not to get too off topic, talking to my Sirian starseeds. Okay. And if you're interested in learning more about Sirius or Sirius starseeds, you can search on Google or search on YouTube, and there's a lot of amazing information about these things. Use your discernment, use your intuition for what you take and what you leave behind. Okay. So the reason I'm bringing up Sirius is because this is a galactic deck. When I use different decks, sometimes it gives a different vibe. It gives a different feeling of like, really, this is very angelic. Right now, this is feeling very Sirian. And with the world coming out, this is a message letting us know that there is a major, major, major ending. There's an ending. Now, also with the Death card and Rebirth, this is a double whammy, especially with them coming out back to back. Now, I will let you know these are major arcanas. There's two different types of cards, the major arcanas, the minor arcanas. The major arcanas are the big theme shifts when it comes to these messages coming through. The major arcanas is like a big theme shift happening in life, in your life. And so the world and the Death card is letting me know that you are going through, oh my goodness, you're going through it. I'm having a little confirmation burp, excuse me. Anytime I burp and I do readings, it's confirmation. So are sneezes. Sneezes are confirmations as well. And yawns could be like spirit moving through you and clearing out energy as well. Okay. So there's a major cycle that's coming to an end here. Now, these major arcanas are letting us know about this theme that's happening. So really feel into yourself right now as far as what is coming to an end or what you're calling to bring to an end or what's naturally, it feels like a cycle more so, that's coming to an end. It could be a 7-year cycle. Our bodies regenerate new cells physically every 7 years. So this could be something significant. The number 42 I'm seeing, so maybe that was an age that you were, or maybe 1942, 1842, a past life, right? The number 42 can kind of mean a lot of different things, but I like to point out these little symbols for my collective. And usually when I point out certain symbols, my collective is like, whoa. Like when I see the comments under my videos, whoa, I just saw 42 today. I just, was talking to a friend about going through a rebirth, So always trust what's coming through. And the cards are symbols to look at in order to help ignite your intuition, but they don't have to be there. Like I said, tarot, you don't need tarot to do these collective readings. I took some time off a couple months ago from tarot just to allow myself to recalibrate with my own channel. And that was still very powerful to do readings in that way. So what I'm also seeing on this Death card is some sort of connection. It looks like a connection to a new planet, a new galaxy, a new star, a new you. And then also what's coming through with this looks like an eyeball, right? So your eyesight, something happening with your eye, your health of your eyes, glasses, new prescription. Do we see how the eye in itself gave me ideas here? It just expanded certain symbols for the collective that I'm just saying. And that's what I like to do. And it's usually, again, it really resonates with a lot of people, these seemingly random things that I'll say. So I might say, like shining bright eyes for some reason, or wearing sunglasses, or wearing glasses. Oh my gosh. And I just realized this man on this card looks like he's wearing glasses or sunglasses. So that could be significant. Maybe you just got a new pair of sunglasses. These are all signs. These are all symbols. Nothing is too insignificant to point out. I'm also noticing here, these are both in the night sky. So you may be up at night, really thinking about certain endings, certain beginnings, what you're moving through. Maybe it's keeping you up at night, or maybe it's a prayer that you're saying before you go to bed. Okay. The world could also represent travel. And then because in this death card, it looks like they're in a spaceship of some sort. Ooh, and my right leg is tingling. And so I always like to say these things. The right side is the masculine side. The left side is the feminine. Masculine is more of moving forward, especially with the legs. That's how we walk. We move forward, right? So with my right leg tingling, this is letting me know that you're feeling called to move forward in a new way after something big has ended. It could be relationship. It could be career. It could be any major area of life, but it does feel major because these are major arcanas. These are big life changes, big endings. But with every ending is a new beginning. So let's see what else these cards have to say for us. So the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. Let me show you these cards again. I'm really noticing the purple and like the feminine colors here. In the night sky, that's like purpley and blue, and she is purple. Her hair is pink. And so that's just like a feminine color that's coming through, which is really interesting. So because my right leg was tingling, that's the masculine energy. Now I'm picking up on feminine energy. There could be a masculine energy moving towards a feminine energy. And this could be as far as a relationship goes. Because of a cycle ending, now the masculine is able to move towards the feminine. Now, as we know, as within, so without. So even if this is not the case on the outside, it could very well be the case for the inside. Your masculine energies are the lower three chakras. Maybe what has happened with the end of a cycle is you have done some masculine energy healing, and now the energy is able to move up through your chakra system, all the way up through your head and your crown, and those are your feminine chakras. So there's a harmonization that is happening because of this ending. And so do we see how I'm saying all of this information just from colors, just from seeing certain symbols? And I always say these things that are seemingly random, but again, they always resonate with my collective. So the swords is Sirius. That's what this deck is associated with. The swords here is associated with Sirius. So the Queen of Swords, this could represent an archetype of some sort that is a guide that's been guiding you. This could be a feminine guide that is guiding your masculine energy to move forward. Do we see how we can look at that in different ways? It's just important to really trust what's coming through. For example, if there's a hummingbird that comes along, it's something that you can really bring up in the reading. It's important to incorporate your surroundings because you are witnessing certain things in your external because it is a reflection of your internal. And we talk about this more as well in Tarot Intuition Mastery, is symbolism and how we can use our surroundings and our environment to actually enhance these readings. So again, if a hummingbird came while I'm talking about masculine, feminine energy, or maybe I'm talking about this feminine guide and then a hummingbird comes along, I'll probably say hummingbirds are significant for you and look out for them, because this is how your certain guides right here are coming through to you. So pay attention whenever they come through. Pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Pay attention to the cards you're pulling, right? And so the Queen of Swords and Five of Swords, when it comes to actually tarot, this is why I teach tarot in a way where it's important to first allow yourself to connect with your own channel. The cards kind of are just tools that can ignite certain little symbols, right? Because these are external reality as well. So Queen of Swords is setting boundaries. It's standing in your truth, or sitting, in her case, in her truth. I'm noticing her eyes are closed. She has a really cool crown on that's like silver, a silver crown. So for some reason that's sticking out to me. So silver jewelry might be significant. And then what's coming to mind for me is, wow, I usually wear a mixture of gold and silver or just gold. Today I was like, I'm going all silver. And so that, what happened in my life, is also significant. That, as I'm seeing this silver crown, is like a double confirmation for this collective reading of, okay, silver jewelry could be significant for you, and that could be another symbol for the collective that you're reading for. Now I'm also noticing, and it's funny because I haven't used these cards that much, so it's like really exciting to pull these cards because it feels like still new to me and things are still revealing themselves, as all of my cards still do, no matter how many times I've used them. That's what's really important to allow, is for your eyes to go wherever they go first. And that could be very significant. It probably is. So I'm noticing this cloud above her hand. And then her other hand is the sword. And her eyes are closed. To me, this is her being able to manage her emotions, because the cloud, it almost looks like it's a rain cloud raining into her hand. And her eyes are closed. The sword is in her other hand, and it has some magic little spirals coming out of it. And her eyes are closed, and she knows. She doesn't have to look to see and figure out in the outside world what the proof is of what she's knowing to be true. This is a call to really tap in with your inner truth here. I know I'm kind of taking a long time to do this reading, but I'm walking you guys through it. And I hope it resonates and I hope it helps, because this is my process that's like slower and broken down, because when I do these readings, as you know, and what I'll do after these cards is I'll do another reading, and I won't talk about every little detail like this, just to make it more smooth and to give you more of a fun reading that you don't have to think about. You can just receive, okay? But this is letting me know that it's really important. Like, your guides are guiding you right now to, if you're feeling confused, close your eyes. Cut the distractions. Five of Swords is not, it's feeling kind of confused. It's that overthinking type of energy. And you can even see in the Five of Swords, it looks like he's walking, but also by himself. And it looks a little bit, I'm like hearing the word pause. And so with these two together, the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords, when there's confusion, close your eyes. And you will see clearly. You will be able to manage your emotions clearly. You will be able to know when to use your sword. The Queen of Swords is not about fighting. It's about standing or sitting in your power in a way where you know who you are, you know your truth. Okay? And what's really interesting is a lamp is coming through. Because of the way I'm seeing a symbol on here, it almost looks like a lamp, and then I'm seeing these lights coming down. And it just came through, the word lamp. So maybe one of you guys just turned on a lamp, feel called to turn on a lamp, just bought a lamp, right? When we talk about these little random symbols, it could be significant. So this is how I do what I do with these cards. Oh, and then I also have the Page of Discs here. Little Arcturus man, or boy. And something, he's looking a little cheeky. He's looking from the side. He's kind of like, I know something. And it's a message. It looks like he just landed to bring something to Earth, right? So this is a messenger card. And the discs is all about something physical. He's holding something. So with all of this coming together here, the World, the Death card, Five of Swords, Queen of Swords and the Page of Discs. This is letting me know you have gone through maybe some hard times, going through this death portal in order to go through this rebirth that is really ending some big cycles in your life, maybe 7-year cycles. 6 to 7 year cycles. The world, again, has the number 42. 4 plus 2 is 6. So that's giving me 6. So 6 to 7 year cycle that's coming to an end. And it's been a time where it feels maybe difficult to trust yourself because of what's happening on the external world. But when you close your eyes, your confusion will start to fade. And it will become more clear as you slow down, as you pause, and as you remember your own truth. There is a new beginning coming from this. You will be gifted a new beginning, a message of some sort. There's also something about the mountains I've noticed in the background of a couple of these. And so, again, with the world maybe being travel, you might be called to the mountains. You might close your eyes and meditate at the mountains. You might speak to the mountains, but it feels like there's certain ancient wisdom coming through. I'm noticing something in the background here. It's just looking kind of ancient. And now when I'm looking at it, it looks like a honeycomb. It looks like bees. So bees could be significant as well. But there's some ancient wisdom that's coming through, but it's also a physical gift, a physical type of new beginning, a message when you connect in with nature. And this could be one of your guides coming through to let you know to look at a certain place when you go hiking in the mountains, or to go somewhere when you're meditating, and you'll actually find something. And there's going to be some sort of gift, some sort of new beginning that is going to give you a very clear message about this new beginning. Okay. So that was a really broken down, very long. Usually those messages would take me like 2 minutes to say. I don't know how long I took to say that, maybe 15 minutes. It felt like a really long time. So let me just give you a fun reading for you guys to see what else is coming through as far as if you're coming across this message. Like there's something else you need to know here. And this is what it is. Exciting things here. Okay, so what I'm hearing immediately is you are a starseed. And then we have the swords coming through again, which is Sirius, the Sirius collective. And then the discs. So Arcturus and Sirius is really coming through here. The Tower. All right. So we do have more confirmation for what that other reading was, is like something coming to an end. The Tower is really a lot of things that are not in your highest good coming to an end. And it could be suddenly. The Tower is a sudden card. There's another Page card. So Page cards are sometimes messengers. It's a younger energy. It's an energy of learning something new. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't really have a choice but to help to tie this in a bit to what we already went over, because I'm noticing the King of Swords came out and we pulled the Queen of Swords previously. So this is a divine counterpart. I kind of mentioned relationship maybe a little bit, so that could be confirmation for some of you. This King of Swords is coming through last after all of these cards. So we have the Seven of Swords. This is something about... Sometimes this card is about deceit or lying, but it's also about like exposing the truth. It's about like coming forward with the truth, okay? The Four of Discs. This card in particular looks like a coming together of people that feel like home. Sometimes the Four of Discs could be keeping things close to your chest and not sharing as much, but it's interesting that this card, the picture on it, looks like these women are sharing together. I'm going through what each card means, and then I'm going to give you the message here. We have the Tower, and we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so there's more of that ancient feeling with the Egyptian pyramids in the background, and then the King of Swords. Like I said, it is the divine counterpart, as I previously pulled, to the Queen of Swords. Now, there's different kings and queens, right? There's different emperor, empress, the high priestess, the hierophant, as divine counterparts. And so as the King and Queen of Swords come out here, this is letting me know there's someone that wants to have a conversation with you. The Swords energy is about speaking, it's about communication, it's about telling the truth, right? Throat chakra. So there could be something happening with your throat or with your a certain connection where there's communication that's coming in. Now, the Seven of Swords could be this person wants to let you know that they were not fully truthful with you, or they felt like they needed to be someone that they weren't, and they kind of came clean. Like, I'm just seeing someone in a shower, like cleaning themselves off, metaphorically, and then coming forward and letting you know, Four of Discs, that you feel like home, that they really want to open up to you. They no longer want to hold back, and you feel like someone who makes their heart more present. You can see everyone's heart in this picture is lit up. Also, it feels like this energy is very much so like igniting the feminine energy. So whether it's the Queen of Swords coming to the King of Swords, or the King of Swords coming to the Queen of Swords, whatever it is, we all have feminine energy. And so it feels like whatever's happening is allowing the feminine flow to happen between this connection, or maybe in the King of Swords, or maybe in the Queen of Swords, because sometimes the Queen of Swords could be a little bit more disconnected from emotions because it's more managing emotions and more in the mind. So it feels like there's a lot of heart and soul that's brought into a connection that is very mentally compatible. So this is really cool. It feels like it's unfolding in a way where the connection is deepening, is what I'm hearing. And so the Page of Wands and the Tower, interesting. So look at the colors here. This is significant. If I line them up like this, okay, there we go. Look at the Tower and like the fire from the Tower, and it looks like the same color as the cape that this Page of Wands is wearing. So in a way, this is reminding me, so the Page again is like a younger energy. It feels like your inner child is now being listened to. And because of this, the Tower had to fall. Because of this, the certain whatever relationships or energies around you or around this other person had to fall because of really claiming to take care of your inner child. And in the Wands is energy. So when you take care of your inner child, there's something that had to fall away in order to actually take care of that. And that might be this new connection. That might be deepening this connection more in the heart rather than just in the mind. Maybe this is having deeper conversations that are mentally and emotionally stimulating, not just emotionally stimulating or just mentally stimulating. There's this depth that's coming through. The Page of Wands is also some sort of awakening. And again, this is confirmation with some sort of ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom. And his staff there has a lion at the end of it. And it looks like he's a tiger. So lions and tigers could be significant. And the fact that he's wearing red is sticking out to me as well. Like the clothing is sticking out. So this is interesting. Again, with the inner child coming alive, this could be igniting the Tower to fall. The color yellow is, to me, solar plexus. And that is that raw energy, like shining forward. Red is grounded in the root chakra, so something is rooting in. This new beginning is rooting in, which is causing that Tower to fall, which is allowing for this new beginning to happen and this new connection in some way, new connection. It doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a friendship. This could be just a new connection. This could be I'm also hearing a new passion hobby, something energetic that is going to really allow this inner child to come alive. And so I'm also being called, and these books usually come with tarot decks. And I love looking at this book because it's a little different with the galactic feeling. And for some reason, I want to look at the Page of Wands out of all of them to see what I can take from this little booklet. So, the Page of Wands is the curious and adventurous young Lyran Page of Wands is ready to start a new mission. There are so many possibilities available for you right now, and you are ready to say yes. Even though you might have to start at the level of apprentice, you are excited and you know this will be awesome. So this is really fun. Fiery inspiration has been sparked anew. According to the timeline you are currently on, this is the right time for you to take inspired action on your dreams and goals. You should be seeing a message soon. So keep your eyes and ears open. Be not afraid to venture into the unknown. Exciting new opportunities and experiences await you. Yay! Yeah, so that's confirmation that there's really something new and exciting that's coming forward. And like, again, it ignites your inner child. And so whatever's falling away right now, let it fall. It's important to let it fall. Don't fight that, because then you're going to really be able to settle in, have this new inspiration, and go for it. And this could include a new connection. It could include a new opportunity that's going to allow you to speak. I'm seeing someone on a podcast, right? Seeing myself on a podcast. No, I'm seeing like someone being interviewed on a podcast or interviewed on stage or speaking on stage. But there's a connection here that is going to be amplified at this time as you allow the endings and new beginnings. So I hope these messages resonated with you today. And I hope it also helps to kind of slow down and really talk about like why I'm saying what I'm saying and how important and fun it is to notice the symbols, not just on the cards, but also in surroundings, right? In my life, the putting on the silver jewelry today, something like this, could be significant for your viewers. You are a part of the collective. And so your life is important to look at and to be connected with those symbols, because it could be something really sticking out, especially as you start to do messages, maybe not just like me, but in your own way, right? If you're constantly seeing 222, constantly, all day I saw 222, that's something to bring to the collective. You're a part of the collective, you are noticing the twos. And chances are other people will say, wow, me too. All right, so trust your intuition here. And if you want to develop your intuition and actually understand all of the different ways, there's so many techniques and it's so fun to work on your intuition, to practice every day, and to have a collective to do this with, join Tarot Intuition Mastery. The Telegram group, everyone is always doing readings for each other. Some people say, hey, can someone pull cards for me today? Having a rough time. Other people say, hey, I pulled cards. I feel like this is relevant for someone here. So there's constantly divine guidance coming through the group. And it's not just from me, it's from you. It's from everyone that joins. It's for a reason. There's such soul family vibes in this container. And I'm so excited to bring, I'm getting the chills, to bring a new soul family into this collective. Yee! And you get to practice on the live calls. You can ask me any questions on the live calls. I really want to talk about, and I have talked about, and I'll continue to speak on dark energies and making sure that the channel is clear and we're not calling in anything that is, masking itself as an angel. And not to scare you, but there's really easy, fun, doable ways to keep the channel clear, to make sure what you are channeling is from the highest light and the highest good for yourself and for all. And it can be really fun. And if you want to start practicing, this is what I did, was I hopped on TikTok and I was like, let me see if this can work. And I started without tarot even. It was my astrology cards. Now I'm not even an astrologer, but it's something about just the way that they sparked my curiosity and my intuition. And using cards is such a beautiful tool that has allowed my intuition to come online so much more. It has increased by at least like 30 to 40% my intuition just by using tarot. And then as I am increasing my intuition and deciphering the codes in my life, that's helping me also use tarot in a really fun and exciting way. So it's a constant flow of growth. When I get a new deck, not even having to get a new deck, learning more about tarot helps me learn more about my intuition, expanding my intuition, and it helps me with tarot. And so this is a really fun tool. And if you have yet to purchase a tarot deck, I highly recommend, even if you don't want to do collective readings. If you're just curious about pulling cards for yourself, it can really help you with intuition. And if you want to honor this journey in such a beautiful way with Soul Family, I invite you to join Tarot Intuition Mastery. It is not out yet, but if you're on my email list, I will definitely let you know via email. I'll always post on social media. Make sure you're watching my stories on Instagram. I love to hang out there. I always sometimes I will promote certain things or share certain things on my stories that I don't really share a lot. Maybe the email group is the best. So the email group and watching my stories is like the best place to stay up to date with when Tarot Intuition Mastery is coming. But I'm definitely thinking June 2025, which is like days away from when I'm recording this. It's really exciting. I cannot wait to meet more of you guys, for you to do readings for each other, for you to practice on these live calls, for me to pull cards and do readings for you. It is so much fun, and it's insane how when I think it was just our last call for Tarot Intuition Mastery, everyone pulled cards for the collective, for the group, or actually they pulled cards to do readings on themselves. And every single one of those readings, I was like, those are for me. That's also for me. Everyone that's in the group resonated with all of the readings, because that's what happens when you are surrounding yourself with people that are developing their intuition, pulling cards for themselves, which is a part of this collective. And I think the next call we're going to do for this round is everyone pulling some collective messages for the group. So anyways, I can't wait to meet you soon. If you have any questions, let me know, but more information to come. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. We're slowly growing this podcast. I would love for it to reach more people because I just want to help the people. So if you would feel called to share this with a friend, that would be awesome. And let's bring this star family together, especially if you're a starseed with this message and these cards I pulled today. So I might be doing more readings on my podcast. It just feels so fun. It's really wonderful. I have subscription available for TikTok and for Instagram, and you'll get exclusive readings there. So that's another way to work with me if you just want to pay like $4 or $5 a month for extra readings for you. Of course, I have my YouTube channel, and I love to post on my socials and give you guys this free value and to help you connect with your guides, to help you connect with your divine essence. And I would love to see more people that are doing these things in a way that is very much from source, very much of the light, to get out there more, because there's a lot of weirdos out there. No offense, no judgment, but if you're watching this, you might be that one of those people that are called to share these messages with the collective. And my legs are tingling, so I love that. So I will talk to you guys soon. I'll see you on the next episode of Creator Codes. I hope this landed with you today, and I'm sending you so much love.